Hi, friends. It's so good to see you again. I have my eyes closed when I say that because I can see you better virtually right now if I have my eyes closed. I'm imagining you gathering with your family in your home, finding a quiet spot to find your practice, coming to easy pose, settling in with some big, deep breaths. The question of the day for you to ponder is this: what is something that your inner best friend has said to you? Your inner best friend, what's that? Your inner best friend, the voice inside your head that talks to you. You know, we all have this voice inside of our head. And sometimes it's a best friend who loves you. And that inner best friend says kind things to you. What is something that you have had your inner best friend say to you? If you'd like to take some time to comment, I'd love to hear. We're going to take a couple more minutes to settle in, finding easy pose, finding your breath, pondering that question with whoever you're with. Your inner best friend, and what is something they say to you? You could be listening to sounds around you, quieting the sounds that you can. It is so great to see you this evening. Settling in. Big breath. Big exhale. If you've been following along on these virtual series, this is lesson number 8. We are well into the mind circle. We're going to talk more about what our mind is doing today. You see a new word on there. It's a big one. Give it a try. The question today was, what is something your inner best friend has said to you? Sometimes when I ask this to my students, I hear things like, "You're amazing," or "I love you," "You can do hard things," "You got this," "I'm so proud of you," "You are such a kind friend," "You're so amazing," "You are enough." I had one friend one time share with me. He may have been in 2nd or 3rd grade, and after one full cycle of the Mooka curriculum, the second time around, I asked him what his inner best friend said to him. He said, sometimes when I try my best, this won't be an exact quote, but he said something like, I tried my best and it wasn't perfect, but I said to myself, I am still enough. That inner voice inside our head can sometimes be so kind to ourselves. I asked this question today because of what we're talking about in our Mooka class today, the last piece of the mind circle. Before we get into the word itself that's over here, I have something to share with you. It's a favorite of my students. It's our mindful jar. Right now, our mindful jar is really clear. You can see almost right through it. Our mindful jar. The jar represents our minds. Sometimes our minds feel so clear. When they're really clear, you can focus. You feel very creative. And sometimes our minds feel like this. And they're clouded. And there's a lot going on. Inside my jar here, I have some glitter. Every little speck of glitter represents the thoughts that pop into your head. Did you know you have sometimes more than 60,000 thoughts in one day? One day, your mind thinks of 60 different thousand things. That's a lot of stuff. And so sometimes our minds can get really clouded with all of that stuff. Maybe we're daydreaming. Our minds just wander from thought to thought to thought. How many of you have been reading a book You're on a page, you're reading, and then you get to the end of the page, you've scanned every word, but you were thinking about food and what you're going to eat for dinner, and you have no idea what you read. It happens to all of us. Our brains wander, and they do that for a reason. It helps keep us safe, to think ahead. It helps us be creative, to think of new ideas. That's really good stuff. But sometimes it doesn't feel good to have a brain like this when we're trying to focus. The fancy word on the Mooka chart today is metacognition. You try. Metacognition. Nice job. Metacognition. What is that? Metacognition is a fancy dancy science word for a way to say when you think about your thoughts. Remember last week we did mindfulness. Mindfulness is paying really close attention to what's happening right now. And last class we were being mindful of our bodies and how we move and breathe and rest. Today we're going to be mindful of our minds. That's metacognition, when we're paying close attention to our thoughts. We're thinking about our thoughts. Metacognition. So think about that question I asked you at the beginning. What is something your inner best friend has said to you? You were practicing metacognition. You were thinking about some of your thoughts. When we practice our Mooka, we are trying to think about this moment right now. And our brains will wander. It's a practice. When our brains wander, the practice is bringing our minds back to this moment. It's a gift and an opportunity to notice when your brain is thinking about elephants and about dinner and about penguins. And then you notice that you're not thinking about right now, and you bring your mind back. So often our brains are thinking about the past and the future. And when we come to our mats to practice our Mooka, we are practicing paying attention to right now. It is so challenging to teach to kids that I can't see. Usually I have questions and friends that have ideas, and some of the lesson evolves that way. I'm keeping a growth mindset myself and learning this new virtual teaching strategies here. So if you have questions, comment. Otherwise, we're going to get started. We're going to move, breathe, and rest today while keeping a growth mindset, while having our mindfulness practice, and now we're going to be noticing our thoughts as well. So let's hop up. Let's hop up, and we'll warm up our joints. Come into mountain pose, standing up nice and strong. And we're going to start at our neck, roll our head around. Being mindful of the muscles in our neck as we do this. And we'll do our shoulders. Show me your chicken wings. Bark, bark. And we'll make circles with our chicken wings. Remember, our shoulders are ball joints so they can move in all directions. You could go really fast and your breath might change. You could move it really slow and notice how your breath changes. We'll reach up really high up to the sky, reach even more, and then lean over to one side, crescent moon. And then lean over to the other side, big stretch, crescent moon. And then we're gonna hang forward like an elephant trunk. Shake out your head, shake out your arms. Sway from side to side. You're an elephant. Notice how that feels on your back, on your neck, in your hands, being really mindful of yourself. And we'll squat, bring your hips all the way down. Nice squat. Sit on your bottom, bring your knees into your belly. Give yourself a big hug. You can tell yourself, I love you. And we'll rock and roll. If you want to try that standing one, big breath in, exhale like an ocean wave. Amazing work, friends. Let's do our straddle. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms. Take a breath in. Exhale, crisscross. Inhale, back up. Exhale, crisscross. We are moving and breathing at the same time. You get to follow your breath. Remember, your practice is your body, your mind, your heart that you're focusing on today. Beautiful. I wish I could hear your breath. Make it really loud. Let's come down to the earth, all fours. Let's do our cat-cow. Moo. We drop the belly, heart lifts, tailbone lifts. Big breath in. Exhale to cat. Moving and breathing, and now notice where your mind is. What are you thinking about right now? Remember, my one rule is to be kind, being kind to yourself. When your mind wanders and you notice, smile. It's a good thing to notice when your mind wanders because then you can bring it back to this moment in your body. So be kind to yourself when you notice that your mind is wandering. It's not a mistake. It's nothing to be mad about. It's a good thing. Let's take a rest in child's pose. If your forehead is on the ground and it feels good, you can close your eyes. Now you're almost looking inward, inside of yourself. Feel your body. Notice how your body feels right now. Maybe exhale, rest a little more. And then notice where your mind is in this pose. Often when we have a moment to rest, our minds will wander. That's tricky. Bring it back. Let's wake up dog. And then down dog, go upside down. And then let's walk our feet all the way up to our hands. Stand up really tall. And then show me ready pose. We're going to do a sunrise today. It's been a while since we've done our sunrises. Let's see if we remember. Take a breath to start. Inhale, reach up to the sun. Hello, sun. Exhale, hands all the way down to the earth. Inhale, right foot steps back. Exhale, left leg follows. Inhale, hold plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, push up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right foot steps up. Exhale, left leg follows. Inhale, all the way up to the sun, big reach. Exhale to your heart, ready pose. Awesome. Those are things we've already done. I hope you're enjoying them. We're going to learn some new poses today. We're going to do some balancing. We're actually going to come down to all fours again. I love doing balancing on days when I teach metacognition about our thoughts because balancing, your mind will wander when you're balancing. And there's a lot of different places to balance. So starting on all fours, let's lift one side of the leg and the hand. So I don't know what leg this looks like to you, but this is my left leg and my left hand. Whoa. See what you can do. We're balancing on our knee and on our hand. I have my fist on the earth. I feel strong like that. You could see what happens if you bend the knee that's in the air, reach back. Can you touch your toes? Are you breathing? And where's your mind? What's cool about our Mooka, our yoga practice, in the body circle are things you can see us doing. We're moving and breathing and resting. You can see that. You can't see what people are doing inside their heads, but the mind is a big part of our Mooka practice. Let's bring it back. Try the other side. When we balance on different sides, one side might feel easier than the other. And that's some really great noticing. Your sides are going to be a little different. Is that bad? No. It's wonderful to notice. Are you breathing? How's your body feel? And where's your mind now? And it's okay to fall down, smile, and try again. Nice growth mindset. Whew. Nice work. Where's another place that we can balance? We balanced on our hands and on our knees. Yeah, our feet. Come on up to standing again. A famous yoga posture standing balance is tree pose. We've done this before in our classes here. Maybe in our first class when we read that story together, and we stand on our one foot a lot. Let's focus in on our tree pose today. When we do tree pose, we stand on one foot, and the other foot can come up just a little. Well, maybe a little bit more. The only place I don't want you to put it is right on your knee. Ouch. So under the knee or way up over the knee. Your arms are your branches. They could be really close to you. They could be up over your head. They could be out to the side. Some balancing tips. Look at something that's not moving. That will help you not move. Or maybe with your hands, make a fist. Sometimes that can help. Are you breathing? Sometimes when things get challenging, all of a sudden our breath stops. You don't know why. Taking a deep breath would help you in a challenge, but sometimes our bodies just don't know that. So use your mind, connect your mind and body. If you've stopped breathing, take a big breath. Slow exhale. Nice. And now where's your mind? If it's wandered, smile because you notice and oh so kindly bring it back. We're going to try the other leg if you haven't already. And remember, just like when we were on the earth doing all four, one side will feel different than the other. You're being mindful of your body. Notice what side is a little bit more challenging. Notice what side is a bit more different than the other. It's great to have differences, and it's really great to notice. Where's your breath? Where's your mind? Beautiful. One last place I want to try and balance on. We did our hands and knees. We did our feet. Our heads? No, not our heads. Maybe another day. We're going to balance on our bottom. Come on down to the earth and sit on your bottom. Put your feet on the earth and bring your hands behind your legs. Great. Now, see what happens if you lift your feet off the earth. Whoa. You're on the ocean, on the sea. You're a boat. In yoga, this is boat pose. Get really brave. Take a breath. See what happens if you let go. And if you fell down, that's okay. And if you didn't, wow. Notice how proud you feel of yourself. Maybe what your mind is doing. Maybe notice if your mind is an inner best friend right now. You got this. You can do it. I'm so proud of you. Maybe see if you can straighten your legs. Nice smirk. Keep a growth mindset. The first time you try something, it might feel really challenging, and that's okay. It is time to breathe. Find a seat. Nice work with your bodies today. That was some really great moving. Today we're going to do our box breath. We've done it before. Our box breath is great for metacognition because it requires you to count a little. That gives your mind something to do. So we are going to count our breath together. Take a breath in to start. Full exhale. Sitting tall. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you hold it here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try one on your own, using your mind to count at your pace. And we're going to get ready to rest. Find your starfish pose, lay down on your backs. We're going to do a little bit similar to what we did last class, some heartfelt kindness. Last class we sent love to ourselves. We're going to do that and out to the earth today. So Teddy here is going to lay down for us. I'll ring a bell. I don't have my bell today. I will just use my voice to get you out of the pose. So if it feels good, you can close your eyes and rest your whole body like you're melting into the earth. Using your breath to help you every exhale, rest more. Relax the muscles in your face, your shoulders, your belly. And then place a light on your heart, on your chest. See and feel what it is like to have love in your heart, some kindness in there. Give it a color if you'd like. And every breath in, your heart fills with love and kindness. And every breath out, send that colored light to you, your whole body. Really see and feel what that looks like to you. Every breath in, fill up your heart with love. And every breath out, send it to your whole being. And when your mind wanders, because of course it will, smile and kindly bring your mind back to this moment, this breath. And now each inhale, fill up your heart with that love. And on each exhale, send it out to the whole earth. You can imagine as if you were hugging the whole earth, all people, animals, plants. Inhale, fill up your heart with that colored light of love and kindness. Exhale, send it out to the whole earth. Really see and feel what that looks like to you. And when your mind wanders, smile and bring it back again and again. Slowly wiggle your toes and fingers. Bring some movement back into your body. Wake your body back up. And we're going to meet back in easy pose to sit. And today we're going to do an exercise, a practice as we sit together. Teddy's going to sit with me. Thanks, Teddy. Find easy pose. And we're going to use our mind jar. Our mind jar is looking pretty clear. It's been sitting still the whole class. And when the mind jar sits still, it gets clear again. The only way to get the glitter, the thoughts, to settle is to let the jar be still, which is what we do when we practice our mindfulness. When we sit at the end of our Mooka practice, we can settle our mind and our body. So we are going to shake this up. And as we sit today, I want you to think, metacognition, think about your breath. See if you can focus your mind on your breath. If it helps, find your anchor breath. Where in your body do you feel your breath the most? Maybe it's in your belly. Maybe it's your chest. Maybe it's your nose. See if you can take one full breath and only be thinking about your breath. My mind wandered. Did yours? For so many people, our minds will wander within one breath. When I say to bring our minds back to this moment, I like the moment to be one breath, and that can feel really challenging. It might feel challenging today. It might feel challenging next week. With our growth mindset, let's connect growth mindset to metacognition. Do you think if you practice sitting still and focusing on your breath to settle your mind, do you think you could get better at it? Yeah. Over time with practice, this may begin to feel a bit easier, and then not again. It's a practice. Each and every day, though, our mind goes from this when we wake up to this, back to settled maybe, back to this, all day long. Practicing your Mooka is just as important as brushing your teeth every day. We do this every day to keep our minds, body, and heart healthy. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Thank you at the end. Thank you. Chin to each other. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Next week, we are starting the heart circle. The heart in Mooka, I don't mean your beating physical heart. I mean your heart emotion, how you feel. So we will be talking about how we feel a bit more next week, next class this week, Wednesday. So same time, same place, every Monday and Wednesday, 5 o'clock Mountain Time. My name is Miss Monica. If you've enjoyed this series, learned a little, or been engaged for this lesson, I'm asking for a $5 contribution for this experience to be brought into your homes. Otherwise, I ask that you share it with friends. Bring some friends with you next time. My Venmo is just my name, Monica Fitzpatrick, and it's on the description here. Whether you practiced here live or watched it later, I love your support. I think that's everything. It was so great to see you all today. I will see you again next time.